Well, hi guys, welcome back to another Yonder Mountain Adventure. So I left you at the last video where I didn't know whether I was heading north or heading back home. And well, I'm in the Cairngorms National Park at the minute, so that tells you a story. So I left Edinburgh, 2.5 hour drive up here, and slept in the car again last night. This is actually day 3 of me 6 days away. So I slept in the car last night, and actually the night before as well, where I had to bail from the reservoir. The storm seems to have followed us. It's been incredibly windy. It was 47-mile-an-hour winds last night. It's already getting very, very windy now. I'm at Loch Morlock. I'm going for a wild camp on the permitted side of the loch. You can't actually wild camp on the road side, on the north side, or up by the you know, where the main places where they do all the canoe hire and stuff like that. But it is permitted on the other side, so we're going to have a half an hour, 45-minute walk, get over there, and I've got the new NIGHTCAT Ultralight backpacking tent to test out tonight. And you know what, I feel so much lighter with this backpack as well. What a difference that makes. Right, enough slavering on, let's go for it. Fantastic. Oh yes, looks like blue skies to me.
My young love said to me, my mother won't mind, and my father won't spite you for your lack of kind. And she stepped away from me and
oh, hey, whoa, it is windy. I've just been informed by the most reliable weather forecasting source known to the human race, me mum, by the way, that this is Storm Agnes. I don't know if you can hear us over the wind noise. It's incredibly windy. I don't even know if this is going to happen or not. The plan is I'm going to head over to this to the side of the loch here. There's a lot of tree movement. We'll give it a go, and I'm in the NIGHTCAT Ultralight. I'm really looking forward to testing this out, and especially we'll see what it's like in this storm as well. My mum reckons it's getting up to 40-odd mile-an-hour winds, maybe even a little bit more. You can see by the loch. Anyway, we'll give it a go. Well, it looks like my mum was definitely right. This is Storm Agnes. Thanks, Mum, for the sound advice. Yet again, you've only been doing it for the past 47 years. It is more secluded here in the tree line. I could pitch here. And then I've got beautiful views out over the loch and over the two mountains, Mila Buckle to the right, more easterly, and Cairngorms, in the heart of the Cairngorms here. This is a beautiful Caledonian pine forest. Now, if it does get too mental here, I could go further up. I'm going to scout it out anyway and see which is the best of the two. And if I need to push back into the woodland, where I can do. And incidentally, I'm supporting a local brewery, Cairngorms Brewery. If you haven't tried any of the Cairngorms brewery ales, do check them out. You can buy them online or go to the brewery shop down in the Dalfarber estate here in Aviemore. So I think it's I'm just going to scout this out, and then we're going to pitch the tent. It's probably quite doable here. Thank God. I'm going to scout this out along here. Right, here we go. So it's definitely calmer in this bit, for sure. So I think this is going to be the spot, and actually somebody's put an X on the ground here. So that tells me X marks the spot. It's much calmer, much calmer. I haven't got as much room here. I'm in this kind of ring of Caledonian pines here, and I don't know what the root system's going to be like for pegging out, but we'll give it a go. And we've got some fantastic views, so I think this is absolutely the one. Perfect. That'll do me. Right, heavy pack off, and let's get this NIGHTCAT pitched. I've never even had this out of its bag yet, so this is going to be quite interesting. But if NIGHTCAT are true to form, this will be an absolute doddle. Let's go for it. Fantastic. Oh yes. Right guys, this is a trekking pole tent. I've got my trekking poles. I've got it set at 1.30 meters, which is by all accounts at the right height. It's the kind of two-person version of the one-person. Makes sense, doesn't it? That's the pack size there. I'll put the dimensions up on the screen for you so you can have a look. This is not the review video, by the way. This is an adventure video, but nonetheless, that's the pack size. You can see it's not very big. Weight-wise, 1.5 kilograms, so that isn't bad at all. I found a big difference actually, because the other ones, like me, the nature hike ones, which are taking things like that, they're over 2 kilograms. So I actually found a big difference carrying this, which is spot on. Waterproof wise, this has got a 5,000 static head unit, so it's definitely waterproof. 8,000 static head unit bathtub on it as well, and it's made of 15D material as well. So it's a Lanchan 2, which are tried and tested. These things are bomb proof, but I've never tried them before. So with no further ado, let's get this thing pitched. Well, I think that looks about it. That's the first time that I've pitched a Lanchan 2, NIGHTCAT 2-person like this. It's very, very similar, obviously, to the one-person, the way that it goes up. But it didn't take too long. There was a couple of little knots in the guy outs which I had to sort out, but, you know, that's normal stuff. And other than just tensioning things up just to get it bow tight, that is pretty solid, to be honest. I'm quite happy with that. There's a good 7 inches there. Depending on what the conditions are, I might hunker it down a little bit, which you can do because it's got the kind of tensioning straps, so you can kind of move that in. Or I might drop that. I've got it at 1.30 meters. I might drop it at 1.25 if I need to, just to hunker it down. But otherwise, if the conditions stay like this, that's going to provide some pretty decent airflow, because the conditions are, apart from being windy, although I'm secluded here, it's actually quite mild, and I think the temperature's going to get down. So for the time being, I'm going to leave it like this. But first impressions, the material's fantastic. It's exactly the same as the one-person. It's exactly the same material. I'll put a card up in the corner if you want to watch my review of the or adventure, should I say, up at Loch Skeen in the one-person one. You can have a look at that. But yeah, I think that looks pretty decent, and I think whatever the conditions are going to throw at us tonight, I think that's going to do the business. I'm going to get this loaded up, and then I can sit and chill. And I think by the time I've got this up and I get my seat over there with a couple of tins of beer, I think we could be in for a sunset. And I want to try and get a motion lapse on with a DJI Pocket, just to see if we can capture that. That's if it's not too exposed in that corner. Right, let's get this sorted. Oh, it's massive. That's what she said. Oh, well guys, sorted. I've got a can of Northern Monk Faith. I deserve this one. Cheers everyone. Wow, that is amazing. Well, all the hard work has paid off. I'm here lockside. It looks like we've possibly got a bit of a sunset kicking off here. The wind's died down a little bit. Let's hope it doesn't change direction. The tent's standing really strong. I'll show you around in a minute and I'll give you a few little pointers on it. Like I said, it's not a review video, it's an adventure video or camping video. But I will show you the tent. I'm well impressed with that so far. I knew I would be because I love the one man version of it. But that is the best of both worlds. It gives you the space, which the first one, enough for what you need, like for 950 grams, but for that, for 1.5 kilograms, that's an absolute belter. Oh, pardon me. I'm gonna soak this up. I'm gonna watch the colours change. Hopefully, if the sun dips down underneath that bank of cloud, the clouds are moving quick anyway. I'm gonna get a quick time lapse. I'm gonna dust this off, and then I'm gonna show you around this 5-star accommodation for this evening. Fantastic. This location's actually turned out to be absolutely spot on. Really, really good. And you know what? NIGHTCAT kindly sent us out the khaki colour one as well. So look how well that blends in. Absolutely class. I'll show you inside. Loads of room. Absolutely loads. You can see the other side of us there. Usual suspects, EV 400 bag. I've got the flex tail pillar. I've got my warm hat. But you can see, look at the space that I've got. I haven't even sorted this out yet. And loads of room up the top with lantern hanging points. Absolutely top class. And I love the colour. Well, I'm gonna dust this off and watch the change in colours. My mum was right. This is Storm Agnes. And I seem to be having the polar opposite night of what I had up in Edinburgh in the last video, where that one started off calm and then ended up in a full storm and I had to bail. This one's started off with a full-scale storm. It was mental earlier on, and it's died off a little bit now. Now, I know I'm in the secluded woodland, but fingers crossed I'm in for a peaceful night. However, I've just been speaking to a dog walker there, and he says he's doing the North Coast 500. Well, he was going to be doing the North Coast 500. And he's actually stopping his trip here because the next 3 or 4 days are supposed to be biblical. So maybe, I don't know, I'm in the eye of the storm at the minute, as they say. Or was that just a prelude to what's about to come? I guess we'll find out. If the weather's particularly bad and it gets mega windy, it might be a good test for the tent. But I'll be honest with you, I'm hoping for a peaceful night. Come and join us over there, guys. I'm going to sit myself down on my seat and watch the colours. And I'm watching the clouds. The clouds are moving fast. Very fast indeed. I'll bring you back when I'm cooking this steak and we're waiting for that sizzle. That's the most important thing. Fantastic. Looking forward to this, the steak. Sirloin steak. Green beans. They're lovely. And the red onions. Let's see what they're like. Caramelized a little bit. Absolutely tremendous, that, like, absolutely tremendous. What a camping meal this is. Unbelievable. I'll move right here. So guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dust this steak off. Cracking camping meal. The wind's kept off. So far so good. Famous last words. I hope it doesn't kick off too much. Tent's looking good. Zero condensation. I've had it, the bug mesh is tightly woven. No insects are in there whatsoever. I'm going to dust this off. I'll probably chill out for another half an hour or whatever. It's getting late, it's about 10:30 now. Chill out for about an hour or so, get a hot chocolate on the go, and then I'm going to jump into the old NIGHTCAT two-person. What I'll do, when I join you in the morning for breakfast, I've got some porridge there. We'll talk a little bit about the tent, how I found it overnight, go through some of the specs and things like that for you, so you can get an idea and give you the price, and put some links in the description for it as well. I'll be honest, like, so far I'm over the moon with this. It looks absolutely top class, and it looks sweet with that colour, that khaki colour. Perfectly blends into this kind of forestry autumnal colours. Absolutely top class. Right guys, you don't want to see me eat the rest of this. I'm going to finish this and I'm going to retire for the night. So I'll take this opportunity and say good night and God bless. I'll see you guys in the morning. Oh, actually, put that on my head. Here we go. Steak time. Oh yes. You know what I'm going to say. Unbelievable. Well guys, the most ridiculous thing has just happened. It's just gone midnight. I was tucked up in bed, just about to sleep, and I heard a voice, and then there was a clatter on the tent. Somebody is, why, for God only knows why, somebody's walking around these woods at midnight in a storm, but they tripped over the guy lines and shouted sorry. Tell you what, I nearly jumped out of my skin. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Anyway, kind of calmed down a little bit. I'm back in bed now, and the wind high in the canopies is gusting. I've just checked the weather forecast, and it's saying this storm Agnes is kicking off. 63 km/h wind. So, although the tent isn't moving, it's obviously high level wind. I'm tucked away here, so it just goes to show that was a good move. Oh dear God, what an eventful night. Anyway guys, I'm going to try and get some kip. Hopefully there's no trees snap and land on us through the night. If the video ends here, you'll know why. Right, good night guys, I'll see you in the morning. Take it easy. Well, morning guys. Dear God, what a night that was. Whew. I must admit I didn't sleep particularly well. It's incredible what happens when you go out wild camping. So very briefly, it was about midnight, just in case my last piece of camera was garbled, which I think it was. Heard a voice and then a scuffling. Somebody walking past. He's tripped on my guy line. How, I don't know. And why they were out in 63 km storm. It was a different matter altogether. You can see the scuff marks on the ground here. Where he's tripped over. Unbelievable. Porridge. This is golden syrup one. Absolutely lovely. And I've made one of the chocolate orange drinks as well. So, yeah, didn't sleep particularly well, but never mind. You know, you take the rough with the smooth, don't you? Thankfully, got through the storm all right. There's no branches lying around. It doesn't look like there's any storm damage here. So, I think the wind was pretty high level. We're kind of ducked down a little bit. I mean, these are small, low-level trees. So I made the right decision to come here because I'm hunkered down out of it. So that was good. So, what do I think of the tent? Well, considering the conditions last night, and also some rainfall, this thing is every bit as sturdy as it was when I put it up. It's absolutely class. I'm going to do a dedicated review video for it. This was just like a camping video, but introducing the tent as well. The material's fantastic. It's the same material as the one person one. The zips are good. The storm shield's good. The Velcro's good. It's easy and quick to put up. It's light. It's only 1.5 kilograms. Waterproof. So the outer is 5,000 static head units, which is proper waterproof. And the bathtub is 8,000 static head units as well. It's comes with lightweight pegs. They can bend, but they're going for lightweight, which I get. The logo looks spot on. The khaki colour is absolutely mint, and loads of adjusters on it as well. And you've even got, I'll tell you what I noticed these as well. If you were struggling and you didn't have any tracking poles, you've got some guile points here, so you could put them or attach them up onto trees. It's just very, very well thought out. A proper, I would say, 3-season backpacking tent. And for the money, I think they're retailing at about, I don't know, I might be wrong here. I'll put the link in the description. I think about 149 quid. So all in all, I'm well impressed. I'm not just saying that because NIGHTCAT have sent us it. If it was crap, I'll tell you straight away. Absolutely mint. Really, really enjoyed using that. And I'll be using this a lot. Yep, absolutely class. Well, I'm going to slowly just pack this away and head back to the car. I will do a dedicated review video on that. That'll be coming up in the next week or so. But I hope you've enjoyed checking out the tent in this beautiful location and in Storm Agnes as well. And a bit of an eventful night with one thing and another. I can't believe that bloke tripped down my tent. He shouted sorry. Unbelievable. I mean, aye, I'm going to get packed up, have my porridge, chill out for half an hour. So guys, I just want to say thanks for coming along, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. I look forward to hearing your comments as always. If you like this type of thing, give us a thumbs up, hit the sub, so you can keep up to date with what's going on. Hit the notification bell, so every time I put something up, you'll be able to be notified. And as always, you know the drill now, guys. Forget about TV, forget about the news, newspaper, radio, Facebook, all the absolute bollocks that's going on out there. Get yourself out into these beautiful places and soak up some prescription nature. It makes sense. Right folks, I love you and leave you, and we'll see you on the next Yonder Mountain Adventure. Bye for now. Fantastic.